Let's be clear. A clean, healthy environment is what you and your family deserve. The truth is, our indoor air can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air, which can dramatically affect respiratory health, especially among children and the elderly. The solution is clear. Clear filters trap and remove dangerous particles from the air, keeping substances like bacteria, viruses, mold, dust, and pollen from accumulating in your home and other indoor spaces. Clear filters offer a diverse selection of filters that meet the highest industry standards. Clear filters catch even the tiniest contaminants, creating a healthier and safer breathing experience in your home and other indoor environments without compromising the integrity of your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. Visit projectclear.org and take advantage of all the benefits a cleaner, healthier, pollution-free environment has to offer. And together, let's clear the air.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
The best of the Two Live Stews experience.
People want me talk about dating a celebrity. People want me to date Sexy Red. That shit ain't gonna happen.
Well, but real quick,
I would never even throw my darn line in the Sexy Red water.
listen.
Ooh,
if you're about the business of this show, and you can come up on Sexy Red, that would be huge for us.
Man, you crazy. I wouldn't put your penis in Sexy Red. I cleaned that up the best way I could.
God
Crazy.
is good.
You gotta be
And
kidding
Lord, please
me.
forgive us. Lord, please forgive us.
God
is good all the time, and all the
kidding
time
me.
God is good. If you don't know him, you need to find him and show him love. That's all he's showing you. Nothing but love. Yeah, man. If you got your PP on these streets, man, you need to put it in something that's gonna benefit the show. Straight up. Take one for the team.
Nah, that's not gonna happen. I'll sexy your red.
The best of the Two Live Stews experience.
Hey, people, it's your boy Chubb Rock. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Find us in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits and Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
We have our new advertising rate sheet available. The Two Live Stews have a current reach of 50,000 people.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Here's the big thing about it. If we advertise your business, you got to remember, this is pretty much forever. It's in perpetuity because these videos are streamed and you can watch it over and over and people can watch what we did 6 months ago and they're still going to see your advertisement. Okay?
It's
Constant. All right. So, internet-based or Atlanta-based businesses, just going to shoot you real. I mean, if you're in Arizona and you got a brick and mortar, we probably can't help you a lot, to be honest with you. Now, if you want to advertise the show just to show some love, that's cool. But an Atlanta-based business and internet-based business check us out. Email us, okay? sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. Here, your sponsorship packages starting at $75. And you're getting a lot of value from $75. In the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group, we got 40,000 people, okay? So you got 4 different levels. Level 1, $75. And really, it's still great because, once again, perpetuity. F with your boys. Okay? So if you're interested, email us. We'll send you this rate sheet, the packages, and advertise your business right here on the Two Live Stews. You see that right there? Bruh's old.
That's right.
Every Q in America should be drinking Southern Edge. Steve Scott, Beta Mu 92, myself, Zy Spring 90, and you, Delta Kappa 92. Every bruh in America should scan this QR code and check out Southern Edge.
I wish I could say some moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. Yeah. Okay, now pour me a one. Better yet, make it soon. They say the night is young, but this cup like the fountain in you. Shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what you drink, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Yeah, because you look so sweet. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet.
Let's be clear. A clean, healthy environment is what you and your family deserve. The truth is, our indoor air can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air, which can dramatically affect respiratory health, especially among children and the elderly. The solution is clear. Clear filters trap and remove dangerous particles from the air, keeping substances like bacteria, viruses, mold, dust, and pollen from accumulating in your home and other indoor spaces. Clear filters offer a diverse selection of filters that meet the highest industry standards. Clear filters catch even the tiniest contaminants, creating a healthier and safer breathing experience in your home and other indoor environments without compromising the integrity of your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. Visit ProjectClear.org and take advantage of all the benefits a cleaner, healthier, pollution-free environment has to offer. And together, let's clear the air.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
Stewart Media and Entertainment presents the Two Live Stews Experience. We back, Sherrone! This right here, this ain't your ordinary ish.
Two Live Stews Experience, Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart, baby, we back. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we are back. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you, but them folks sat us down forcefully. What up to the Qs?
Do not let anyone confuse you. The Two Live Stews started this shit. The Two Live Stews Experience, shouty. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing?
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television say my dog was taken and used for food.
You talk about extreme.
Got him. Good morning, dogs and poodles. It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews. And this is the Two Live Stews Experience. Good morning, Ralph Scott. Good morning to my man Griff from A&T and the Great Fly Tide, man. We appreciate you guys for getting up early and rocking with your boys.
Morning, Cuzzo.
Good morning, Stewart. How you doing, man? You good?
I'm fantastic, man. How about you?
That straight tomfoolery, Tom Shiggity. I don't know what we want to call that thing just now, man. I mean, I laughed so hard several times during that debate on Tuesday night, man.
She had that look on her face like this nigga. Like what?
She probably didn't say that. She probably used the
that's the look. No, that's the look she had on her face.
I agree.
In her mind, she's saying, "What?"
Right? Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah, man. But yeah. So
and it's like he was serious too, man.
He's an imbecile.
Shouts out to you guys from Southern Edge Beverage Company. Check them out on the web at southernedgebeverageco.com. A lot of good things going on in the world of Southern Edge. As a matter of fact, man, we're inviting a few special guests. Make sure you RSVP if at all possible, even though that number's not on this flyer. I just missed that. But next Thursday on the 19th, we'll be at Game Changers Lounge at the Doubletree Hotel at the Battery, having a little tasting. Going to set up and do a pop-up. Going to have a little bit of fun. So, going to invite you guys to pull up and come through and say what up, though, and see you folks. You were saying something about that Tom Shiggity on Tuesday night, man. Please go ahead and continue.
No,
please.
just he's an imbecile, man. And it's the most. Me and Ma talked last night. Our mother, we talked last night for like 30 minutes about it, man. And it's just unbelievable that more than half the country voted for this guy for president when he has no experience. The other night he clearly was unprepared. How can the president of the United States not be prepared for a debate?
And I was about to say, he's never prepared whenever he speaks. I don't care if it's a debate.
He wings everything. He wings it.
He wings everything. I don't care if it's a rally. I don't care what it is. If he's speaking, he is just going literally off the cuff.
The dome.
Just
I don't think it's a good combination to have the person that controls the codes to nuclear weapons to wing it.
The free world. The free world. The free world, man.
I'm going to wing it today. I'm going to wing, maybe I'll hit this button to launch a nuclear warhead towards the Soviet Union. I'm going to wing it. I'm a winger.
Yeah. The fact that there's a big part of society that is willing to say, this is the guy I want to make the decisions on our behalf, to make the decisions on our children's behalf. It really hurts my feelings. I mean, it really hurts my feelings. We've got so far to go. We've come a long way, but we've got so far to go.
And you're watching the Two Lost Jews experience. But
speaking of that, man, real quick. Okay, speaking of that, you see the RSVP number right here. You guys want to RSVP and pull up on your boys. We're gonna be checking the list at the door. 470-219-4155. We'll be checking the list at the door. 7 to 9. Chubb Rock and friends. Some of his celebrity friends supposed to be in town. Southern Edge will be on deck. We'll have a good time. Come and sample. Full bar. Other things will be there. There's a football game that's going to be on. It's going to be a great time. Make sure you guys pull up, please. Shouts out to our cousin, man. I see him in the chat room. Randall Lobster Roll Man Scott. Let me tell you a quick story about Brother Randy real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
About 14 years ago, he was a part of a Thursday morning prayer call. And he'd been calling me like every other week, texting me every other week, talking about this prayer call on Thursday mornings that starts at 6 a.m. Starts at 5:30. 5:30 to 6. Sometimes it goes to 6:30. Call me. And I just couldn't make time to get on this call at 5:30 in the morning. I'm not sure if you know, but today, about 12 years ago, we were fired. Today's October 12th.
You have that on your calendar as like an anniversary?
No, I just saw the date, and that's what made me think of this story.
Oh, okay.
So prior to today, Randy had been calling me like every 2 or 3 weeks. Randy be calling me every 2 or 3 weeks to ask me to get on this call. I just never could make time. Oh, busy. Okay, well, after we got fired, it's been like 13 years I've been on the call every single morning.
Damn it. Why'd you put it off, man?
Right.
Why'd you put off the blessings?
I got on that call earlier, man. Maybe things would be different, but shouts out to you, cuz, man. It's a very, very, very awesome prayer line every Thursday morning. We've been doing it for 13 or 14 years. It's amazing. My 12th year was this morning, and I rarely missed the call. It's an amazing call led by Pastor Ed Smith. He's in Philadelphia. So shouts out to the prayer call that we do in the mornings every Thursday morning, and shouts out to you, Minister Scott. We appreciate you, man. We definitely appreciate you. That was my story, man. That's it.
I need to get on that call too. 5:30 though.
Yeah, I'm always up at 5:30, man.
Okay, all right.
A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. So, yeah. Any more thoughts on Trump, man? I mean, there's a lot to talk about.
No, not really, man.
There's a lot to do.
We've got so much
yesterday.
We've got so much to do that I would hate to cloud the show up with him. You know, there's so many other things. That
Well, forget him. I mean, your thoughts about Kamala. Oh, that's nice. Shouts out to Richard Jones, top contributor in the Two Eyes News Facebook chat group.
Appreciate you, Rich.
The conversation should be about how prepared Kamala was.
Well,
how
the other.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, sir.
No, go ahead.
The other side has been talking about her absence. She hasn't been seen. She hadn't been talking. How come she's not more visible? How come she's not answering questions? I think we know why she's kind of been underground now. She's been working. She's been getting prepared. She's been doing what she needs to do to get this seat in this Oval Office. She was well prepared. She was ready to go. A lot of people said she would be too emotional. He would get under her skin, and it's the total opposite. She's the one that got under his skin.
She's a litigator by trade. She pledged Alpha Kappa Alpha at Howard University. I'm sure at that time, I think she pledged like 87, 88. I'm sure at that time she probably pledged at least 6 months, where daily she was on the fire, having to learn poems and stuff at the drop of a dime, having to go over material and be able to regurgitate it time after time under heat.
Yep.
Let's just put it like that. Under a lot of stress and heat.
Yep.
I just don't understand the whole Trump phenomenon, man. It's just unbelievable.
Yep.
The guy's an idiot.
Yep.
He's
people
an
like
idiot.
him, people that like him, and people that's supporting him, they want to go back to the old days, man. They want to go back to the 50, 60 years ago. And he's their best chance to do that.
And this thing, this thing about the animals, the dogs and the cats being eaten in Springfield, Ohio. What the F?
Yeah, the videos were just crazy. The videos the videos this week have been bananas.
We
Showing
actually
dogs and cats getting away.
We actually have a special montage later on today. You know how we do the first 48 or the last 48, where it's the 5 biggest memes from the Two Eyes News Facebook chat group in the last 48 hours. It's going to be it's Donald Trump Springfield, Ohio centric. So people watching the show right now, you want to make sure and stay tuned for that.
He just says stuff, man. They're eating dogs and cats. The immigrants. I mean, he just says stuff.
And he's full of dog whistles. Ma always talks about that. He's full of dog whistles and gaslighting. So the gaslighting part comes in, which is I think this gaslighting term has come about since he came on the scene politically
because of Trump.
Right. He says stuff over and over and over and over again, and somebody taught him this because he does it all the time. He says a lie over and over and over and over again, and I think his goal is, and in his mind, if he says a lie over and over and over again, that people will start to believe it.
It'll become truth. Yeah.
The man has since 2016 documented by one of the news agencies, I believe it's CNN, he's documented over 30,000 lies. In the hour debate that they had the other night, he told 33 confirmed lies. And that's another thing. Why does he lie on things that we can easily confirm?
He's a narcissist.
When you lie, and I'm not a liar, but when you lie, usually it's something that it's hard to confirm you're lying about.
Right. And he's the reason why they have fact checkers now during things like that.
I didn't know he was the reason for that. I didn't know he was the reason for that.
They didn't have fact checkers at debates in the past.
Yeah, because there's no reason to, probably because nobody lies like that.
You can't lie on that platform. Hello? Yeah, you're going to be found out if you're lying. But now they've got people on deck to immediately research and find out if what this fool is saying is true.
Why would you lie? And we know It's easily confirmable. I don't know if confirmable is even a word. Like, we can easily confirm it's a lie. Why would you do it?
The host on Tuesday night were like, Mr. President, that's not true. We've called so-and-so. We checked so-and-so. Abraham Lincoln sent us an email. It's just not true, Mr. President. Yeah, that's just not true. Well, no, I saw it on TV, Mr. President. That's another lie. That's not true.
Why would you ever give a response if you're in line to run the free world? Why would you give a response, quote unquote, I saw it on TV?
Right.
That should disqualify you from running for president of the United States in itself. You gave a response, sir. I saw it on TV.
I saw it on TV. I saw it on TV. I saw it on TV. Oh, you did, Mr. President? Okay. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts to even call that guy president, Mr. President. It hurts to even say that.
And right now it's a toss-up, and you're watching the Two Live Stews experience. Right now, they're saying it's a toss-up.
Both parties are saying that their candidate won the debate by 70%. The Republicans say that, the Democrats say that. However, in between that, the independents are saying the Democrats won the debate like at a resounding 60+%. So the independents saying that is, would you dare say the swing vote? Would you dare say the other side that will push either the Democratic Party or the Republican Party over the hill? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah,
or is that just
absolutely.
Me? Okay, so
yeah,
she won. She won that thing yesterday.
Well, I mean, and I guess it doesn't even matter because people are going to believe what they're going to believe. They showed a poll immediately following of people that watched the debate, and they gave their thought, and it was like 67% to Kamala, or 60-something% to 30-something%. But the next day, I clearly won the debate. I clearly won more of the gaslighting.
Yeah.
I mean,
and listen, this
thing is bizarre, man. It's very bizarre. This lasts since 2016, since he came on the scene. It's just bizarre.
He's adamant about these crowds too, man. When she brought that crowd thing up, just debate him. When she brought it up, he said, "Wait a minute. No one's had bigger crowds than me. My crowds stay." He's really into himself.
And that's another thing. And you're watching the Two Live Stews experience. How dumb can you be not to recognize she's baiting you, dumbass?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, when she went into it was almost like something scripted, like she practiced and rehearsed for the days before. This is practicing. Right. This is how I'm going to introduce and get him talking about these crowds that he always cries about. That sounded so scripted to me. And he bit hook, line, and sinker if you're from the country. Right. Oh, my crowds are big. My crowds are the biggest, best crowds in the world. Her crowds are horrible.
Her crowds leave. Her crowds leave. My crowds don't leave. They don't leave. Hey, man, I know this is not a ball and a buster. I know this is not a ball and a buster Monday, but can I give a ball out real quick?
Go ahead, man.
Asia Wilson, man. Asia Wilson, man. She broke the WNBA single season scoring record with her 940th, as well as her 941st points.
I smell a rat.
Did that in a jumper right at halftime. Las Vegas beat the Fever last night, 86-75. Congratulations to Asia Wilson, man. She's balling out of control. She's hands down going to be this year's league MVP. And honestly, man, the way they're playing as a total unit right now, she's probably going to end up holding up a trophy for the WNBA as the champion again this season, man. So shouts out to Asia Wilson and her feat last night of breaking the WNBA single season scoring record. Outstanding job, Asia. Congratulations, man.
So what's that, a smoke screen? So that you can say that I don't always talk about Caitlin Clark. I'm going to take it upon myself to talk about Asia Wilson.
Hey, I just did what's called a Kamala Harris. You bit the hook. Anyway, since you brought up Caitlin Clark, Caitlin had a pretty good game last night. She scored 16 points. She had 3 rebounds, and she had 6 assists. She didn't play particularly well from behind. Listen, I'm only talking about it because you brought her up. She didn't play particularly well behind the arc on last night.
Call me
However,
Trump,
she had
huh?
several assists,
That's
and
good.
she played good enough for the team to win, but it wasn't one of her better games. Again,
Or
go ahead, I'm listening.
or you pull a Shannon Sharpe on me, trying to throw me off the trail.
Wait. Your words, not mine. Your words, not mine. Your words, not mine.
Are you trying to pull a Shannon Sharpe on me? That's what you're trying to do. You try to throw me off the trail. You talk about Asia Wilson, but you really want to talk about Caitlin Clark.
Well, I mean,
you've been doing this thing, but you show people this thing here so that you can get off this trail and this thing over here. I see what you're doing.
I talked WNBA because I watched that FIBA game last night. I did
too.
not bring up Caitlin Clark, but since you brought her up, I decided to mention her. And shouts out to the FIBA's Kelsey Mitchell, who balled out last night and had 24 points. If CC would have had the game that Kelsey had last night, the FIBA would have won, but she didn't. So it's okay. Yeah. And you mentioned the Shannon Sharpe thing, man. I'm sure we'll get into it a little bit later, man. Well, I just,
we definitely are.
Well, I'm certain that Ollie's probably going to do something about it. Okay.
Yes.
Let me just say this, man. The Stews have never, ever attempted
it's probably some people watching that don't know what you're talking about concerning Shannon Sharpe. You want to give a quick overview?
I think I should save the story because I'm sure Ollie's going to do it. I don't want to step on her report.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
So
just saying.
Do you not want to save what you're about to say for that time as well?
No, I want to say what the hell I'm about to say if you stop cutting me off. What the hell?
Go ahead.
The Stews do not chase clicks. Everything that we do is truly organic. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. Yeah, we're not waking up saying, how can we get 1 million clicks? We don't do that. That's not what we're doing.
Not as much as some other people. I mean, let's have some transparency here. We want clicks. I mean, that's evidently what this game is all about. But we're not willing to sacrifice our souls to do it.
Okay, sir. We've been doing this show now for 7-8 months.
Right.
How many times have I called you and said, "Hey, man, we can get clicks by doing this"? How many times have we had that conversation? How many times have you called me saying that?
We don't get down like that. I mean, it's the people show.
Organic.
Keep it real. I think we are the first person to bring that to the masses. That term, keep it real. Keeping it real.
Damn right. You're damn right, man. Hey,
either us or Al Sharpton. You know he had a show called Keeping It Real?
Yes.
That started, I'm pretty sure, after us.
Yeah. No doubt about it.
Yeah, man. Cass been stealing from us since 01. That's what we should get on a t-shirt. Cass been stealing from us since 01.
Up next in Doghouse with your 2 live stews on this beautiful Thursday. We're going to talk about Tyreek Hill, man. We'll get a little bit more in depth to this story. The body cam video wasn't out on Monday, but it's out now, so we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about freaky ass Deshaun Watson. So, I mean,
that's not necessary.
What do you mean it's not necessary?
We'll get until we come back.
Man, that boy freak. You hear me? And we're going to talk about Sherrone also, man. He got that paper finally.
So we got
why.
We got Ollie World coming up later. Definitely going to talk about the Shannon Sharpe story.
A funky forward to Naughty Dread.
Funky forward to Naughty Dread. And we got the last 48.
But the things that I just teased were teasers for the very next segment.
Right.
Tyreek Hill, freaky ass Deshaun Watson, and head coach from Michigan, Sherrone.
Alleged freaky ass Deshaun Watson.
Oh, no. That boy's a freak. Hey, man. Hey. You call whatever you want. But rice is white or red, maybe yellow. But that boy's a freak.
Yeah.
Hang out with your boys next Thursday, man. September 19th. Game Changers Lounge at the Battery, the Doubletree Hotel, Doubletree Suites. You can RSVP if you want to get down and come and taste the Edge. The Edge will be there. Southern Edge will be there in the building, and we'll be having a good time.
Thank y'all for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much, man. Tyreek, Deshaun, and Sherrone up next. Y'all keep it locked to your boys, the Two Live Stews.
Cheer.
Let's be clear. A clean, healthy environment is what you and your family deserve. The truth is, our indoor air can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air, which can dramatically affect respiratory health, especially among children and the elderly. The solution is clear. Clear filters trap and remove dangerous particles from the air, keeping substances like bacteria, viruses, mold, dust, and pollen from accumulating in your home and other indoor spaces. Clear filters offer a diverse selection of filters that meet the highest industry standards. Clear filters catch even the tiniest contaminants, creating a healthier and safer breathing experience in your home and other indoor environments without compromising the integrity of your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. Visit ProjectClear.org and take advantage of all the benefits a cleaner, healthier, pollution-free environment has to offer. And together, let's clear the air.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
What's your favorite curse word?
I can't say it. It starts with an M and it ends with a. And this former president.
I see what y'all just did there. That's nice.
Yeah. So what are we saying? Is she wanted to say?
Yes, this
McVicky?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Good morning, y'all. It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart, the makeup of the Two Live
Good
Stews.
morning.
And you are enjoying the Two Live Stews experience. Why even ask her what her favorite curse word is? Do you ask every vice president that question? Everybody that's about to be the form, everybody that's running for president, is that a question that gets asked?
That sounds
What's your favorite
like
curse word?
That's one of those.
That's
like
bullshiggity. It's bullshiggity.
No, but I mean, you got to look at the platform. Like maybe she was doing an interview for Jimmy Kimmel or Johnny Carson or somebody like that.
Okay.
Arsenio Hall.
Has Arsenio, has Letterman, whenever they talk to these presidential candidates, have they ever asked them what's their favorite curse word? Stop
Probably
it.
Not. Probably not. So you're saying
No, the answer is no.
They asked that question because she's black?
They asked that question. I don't know why they asked the stupid. It's a stupid ass question. I don't know why they asked it. She's running for president. Why are you talking to her about that? Y'all so concerned about
but they do these fun interviews all the time. You don't remember Bill Clinton went on Johnny Carson playing the saxophone and having fun, and they do that type of interview all the time.
I hear the doorbell, but before we answer the door, I hear what you're saying, but you're again creating a different narrative. My question was simply this: how many people running for president get asked what's their favorite curse word? She ain't too short.
Bitch.
She not too short.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before, sir. Who rang that doorbell? Come on in. Tree, who rang that doorbell? Y'all come on in. Morning, Tree. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2024, Ryan. And so there's a different audience now. And there's an audience that doesn't want to vote, that they are trying to appeal to. So perhaps it is not riddled in her blackness, but more just in trying to get to another audience that thinks that the government in general is lame and not effective. That's my 2 cents.
Thank you, Tree.
Okay.
Good
Thank
morning.
you, Tree.
I was going to ask her how her workout it was.
Well, that's why she got out of there quick. Good for her for getting out of there. But real quick, What the hell did she just say? What was she talking about just now?
She was saying that they're trying to reach a younger audience. Younger audiences like talking about cuss words. In a nutshell.
Oh.
In a nutshell, that's what she was saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Isn't every presidential candidate trying to pull in I get it. I get it. I mean, you can't say on one hand, the current vice president, that's the Democratic nominee for president, isn't talking, isn't answering questions. She's not being seen. And then when you get her, you ask her questions like, "What's your favorite curse word?" That doesn't. I mean, that's along the lines of the Donald Trump bullshiggity. Is my point.
Right. I get what you're saying.
Why are we not really talking about the issues or trying to get down to how she's going to govern the free world? How she wants to create and make about positive change.
There's a time and place for everything. I really think you're making more than this one and what it really is.
Well,
what it really is.
I know who's not making more of anything outside of this than Tyreek Hill with the situation he dealt with this past weekend down in Miami, where he's a Miami Dolphin that was pulled over right outside of the stadium for speeding and cuffed and stuffed and put a knee in his back and face on the ground. Can you imagine how hot that pavement was down there in Miami?
Oh my gosh. I can only imagine, man. I can only imagine.
Yeah. What's your take on this, sir? Because the body cam footage has just been released. What's your take on the body cam footage that we've seen?
We talked about it Tuesday, but we didn't have as much information as we have now. Like, we didn't even know why they stopped him. And it seems like they're saying that he was driving recklessly. Then when they got up on him, he didn't have his seatbelt on. First of all, the car had acid tint. So when they walked up on him, he downed his window. He probably took off his seatbelt. So that's dumb. It just looked like that they had a problem with him because he wasn't there trying to hear their sermons. And I know yesterday in the Two Lives Two's chat group, there was a big discussion about just shut up and do what the cop says, follow orders, and do all this, that, and the other.
That I agree with, sir. I agree with that.
I agree with that, but there's caveats to this thing. The problem with that is, I think, and I'm going a little deep here.
And this is the Two Lives Two's experience, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart.
I actually posted this in the Two Lives Two's Facebook chat group. You do know that the way that the police started in this country were as slave catchers, right?
Okay.
Subconsciously, I guess you don't believe that, or you didn't know that.
No, I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that.
Okay, so you can look on Snopes. Okay, you know Snopes. Snopes is this website that debunks, conspiracy theories and lies, big lies or whatever the case may be. And they actually rated it as half true, half not true. But there's a lot of stuff behind that to where they came out with that answer.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. I hate when the police talk to me in the old kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it because they have a badge and because they're the police.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you're doing your job doesn't mean you need to talk down to me.
Agreed.
And it feels like, I'm telling you from this black man's perspective,
yep,
it feels like that they're throwing their weight around because they're the police.
No
and
question.
Because you an N-word, they feel like they can talk you in the old kind of way.
I agree.
So in my soul, when I hear people talk about, oh, he just should have obeyed the off. I don't like that word obey.
Okay. Yep.
I don't like that word obey. I don't like that word what's another word they always say? Demand. Like, I demand you when you see these videos, I demand you to sit down. I demand you to open this car. I demand you to open it. What? I'm a grown ass man. Why do you demand? Why should I obey? I don't like that.
Right.
You're right. You can easily avoid this by just being nice. Yes, sir. No, sir.
Being complicit, I think, is the word you're looking for.
Right. You can avoid all of what Tyreek went through by just shutting up and being nice.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right.
But it sounds too close. Like, yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
There's a couple things I got to say here real quick, man.
Damn.
One. And I'm saying this directly to you.
Mm-hmm.
When things like that happen, the first thing we need to remember is we need to stay calm and we need to get home. That's the first thing we need to remember. The second thing we need to remember is once or twice a month, there is an unarmed black man that looks like us that's
Right.
getting killed.
Right.
That's getting killed.
Once
and
a month.
Typically, when a black man like us that's unarmed on these streets that gets killed by someone that has a badge and a gun, typically when that happens, the person with the badge and the gun gets reassigned someplace else and goes right back to work. So to hear Tyreek Hill come and say he could have been better, the first thing I want to say is he damn sure could have been better during that police stop. When I saw the body cam video, I said to myself, oh my God, has this ninja not seen what's happening in these streets?
Yeah.
Now, that's not right. I'm not asking black men to put their head up a cop's ass when he gets stopped. But what I am saying is, what I do is down the windows, all of them, turn the music down. I put one hand out the window, another one on top of the steering wheel, and I make sure that they can see and hear what I'm saying. And the reason why is because if he shoots me, I lose.
Yeah. Yeah. Your kids lose. Your family lose. Everybody loses.
My kids.
Yes, I get it. I get it.
My wife no longer has a husband. My mom no longer has a son. My brother no longer has a brother. And we see it too often to risk allowing that to happen to us. I'm not saying put your head up nobody's butt, but what I am saying is, man, be complicit.
It's
Be complicit. You got to make sure what you do is be able to fight later on, be able to get representation later on. But on the side of that road, black men, you gonna lose if you act like he acted the other day.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying, and I gave the other side of it. I just think with our history in this country, man, we don't like being talked down to by somebody that doesn't have the authority to do it. Tyreek did everything. Tyreek did everything he was supposed to do. He downed his window. He gave the license to the cop. He told the cop, "I'm busy. Go ahead and do what you have to do. Write a ticket."
Right.
The cop got mad because Tyreek didn't pay him no mind.
Right.
He didn't assign to him the authority that he thought that he should be and that he is. That's why he got mad and did all of that.
The only reason why he didn't get his ass beat beside that road worse than he did was because he was right in the city, right next to the stadium, and there were a lot of people there.
They knew who he was, too. They knew who he was. They absolutely knew who he was.
Now, all of that being said, man, shame on the cop. Shame on the cop. And I got his punk ass name someplace right here. Let me find it real quick so I can share that, because everyone needs to know what his punk ass name is. Torres. Officer Torres. Danny Torres. Shame on Danny Torres for being the escalator in that situation. You had his ID. Go run the ID. Give him a ticket. Shame on Danny Torres. But all that being said, man, sir, our history in this country says we can't act like that when we get stopped, because it's not up to us if we go home or not.
Can you imagine how many Walter Scotts, Trayvon Martins, can you imagine how many have happened over the last, 50 years? But because there wasn't a person, a citizen, filming it with their cell phone,
we don't even know about it.
We don't even know about it.
Over
the last 15 years since Tamir Rice or Trayvon Martin.
How many body cameras have been turned off or taken off? How many dark roads have we taken somebody down? Again, man, we got to protect our neck, and it starts with getting home. In the real near future, man, I'm going to tell a story about something that happened to me on the golf course. Tomorrow will be 3 weeks. I'm going to tell a story where all of these things went through my mind while this situation was happening to me on this golf course.
Well, I don't think I've ever told a story, man. I had an incident with police probably 30 years ago, and I don't want to get into it right now because it's so interesting a story. I'm going to save it for another day, man. We only got 4 minutes left, and we still need to talk about Deshaun Watson. I heard you mention something about Deshaun Watson
I really wasn't done with Tyreek, man. But you're right. Let's move on. You're right.
I mean, if you want to stick with Tyreek and you got some more thoughts about it, go ahead. We can save the Deshaun stuff for later.
Yeah.
And this is the good thing about having our own show, and you know, we can do things that we want to do. Do you have to get out of here at 8:30?
So did Tyreek feel manly by continuing to say, "Don't knock on my window" like that? Was that empowering him?
No, I just think he felt disrespected. Why did the guy have to do that?
Okay.
I don't think he felt manly. I don't think it was an ego thing. I think he didn't like the fact that the guy was tearing up his stuff.
Well, his window was up.
What do you mean his window was up?
His window was up when the police knocked on the window.
So he knocked on the window. Tyreek down the window.
Did you see the body cam footage?
Yeah.
Footage? Okay.
He knocked on the window. He beat on the window. It's a difference in tap. He beat on the window. Tyreek downed it. Go ahead.
What's the first thing I said when I get stopped? The first thing I do is down the windows. You're not going to have to ask me to put my window down. I know you coming to talk to me.
So listen,
I know you coming to get my ID.
Tyreek admitted
why is my window up if it's a traffic stop?
Tyreek made mention that he could have handled it better.
Okay.
He admitted to that.
All right. Okay, man. Yeah, we got it. Listen, man, all I know is this. They're killing us, man. And more times than not, when they do, they walk. They're not doing no time. They're not losing a badge. They're not being locked up. They're going about their business, and our families are mourning us. We can't act like that, man. Now, Torres needs to be fired immediately. He needs to be fired. It's on camera. What he did was wrong. He shouldn't have done anything that he did. He shouldn't have snatched that man out of his car. He should have been more calm. He should have been there to protect and serve and not act like that. He needs to be fired.
He the police. Shouldn't he have a higher standard?
He should have a much higher standard.
He's supposed to de-escalate.
He was a street dog.
He did the opposite of de-escalate. He escalated the whole situation. And that's what happens. That's what happens. They think they are holier than thou. A lot of them, I say they like it's all of them. A lot of them think they are holier than thou. They use their badge, to throw their weight around. And internally, a lot of people, including myself, don't like that. Yep. How about you take your badge off and I'll bust your ass?
How about that? Why would they do that?
Huh?
Why would they do that? I'm not going to do that.
But that's the point. The point is you acting like this because you know I can't do nothing.
That's exactly right.
That's why they act like that, because they probably can't do nothing. If we were out in the street, if he didn't have a badge, if we were just, I don't know, at a park or something like that, he'd know I would beat his ass.
Yeah. But he wouldn't say anything if he didn't have that badge and that gun. He wouldn't even know.
Hey, my pressure up for this, man, and I wouldn't even Tyreek. My pressure is up because of this.
Right. And that's a great point Tyreek Hill made. They knew who I was. What if I wasn't Tyreek Hill? And my whole thought is, what if no one else was there? He would have really wore ass cutting, man.
If they didn't know he was Tyreek, if he were in some dark alley away from the public, clearly it was hundreds of people around.
Yep.
It was hundreds of people around. They still did what they did.
And
they still threw him on the ground. They put him in a goddamn chicken wing. They put their knee on his back.
A knee in his back. And Tyreek said that. The reason why I didn't put my window down is because I didn't want a lot of cameras in my face and people taking pictures. I'm trying to be discreet. I wish you would have just said that. But hey, again, he could have been better. He could have been his better self during that situation. But Danny Torres needs to go. He probably won't. He'll probably get reassigned, but he needs to go. Up next in the Doghouse with the Two Live Stews on the Two Live Stews Experience, powered by the good folks from Southern Edge Beverage Company. The Arlie Wood Report from Arlie Michelle. She'll spend some time with us. She may have some choice words about this Tyreek Hill situation as well, but we'll get into that when we get back after we pay these bills. It's your boys, the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience. The Arlie Wood Report up next on the Two Live Stews Experience. Y'all keep it locked.
The best of the Two Live Stews Experience.
People want me talk about dating a celebrity. People want me to date Sexy Red. That shit ain't gonna happen.
Well, but real quick,
I would never even throw my darn line in the Sexy Red water.
Listen, if you're about the business of this show, and you can come up on Sexy Red, that would be huge for us.
Man, you crazy. I wouldn't put your penis in sexy red. I cleaned that up the best way I could.
God is good.
You gotta be
and
kidding
Lord, please
me.
forgive us. Lord, please forgive us.
God
is good all the time, and all the
kidding
time
me.
God is good. If you don't know him, you need to find him and show him love. That's all he's showing you. Nothing but love. Yeah, man. If you got your PP on these streets, man, you need to put it in something that's going to benefit the show. Straight up. Take one for the team.
Nah, that's not gonna happen. I'll sexy your red.
The best of the Two Live Stews experience.
Hey, people, it's your boy Chubb Rock. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Find us in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits. And Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
Southern Edge, baby. It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. We're now joined by Arlie and Michelle. Good morning, Arlie.
Good morning, Two Live Stews, Doug and Ryan Stewart.
Good morning, Arlie.
Y'all see how my glasses be floating? Y'all see I can hide it. Love it.
Hey, one thing. Did I see a phone number? Tree, did you post a phone number?
Yes, I was just about to say that. Dogs and Poodles, there is a phone number where you can now call and be a part of the Two Live Stews experience.
What?
There's the number right there.
What?
404-954-1021. 404-954
1021.
1020.
Wow. On the anniversary of us getting fired, we got another facet of the show that was a huge part of the show.
The great Naughty Dread has been working really hard.
He's been working so hard.
Tree Taylor's been working really hard.
She's been working
Arlie
so
Michelle's
hard.
been working really, really hard to figure out a lot of things to make this platform better for the viewers and the listeners. That's it. So
man. That's great.
y'all
That's
can get on the line and call 404-954-1021 if you want to be a part of today's show. Arlie, before you get into your report, any thoughts on Tyreek?
May I ask you may I ask that I just go to something else and then come back to Tyreek?
That's fine. Certainly, definitely.
Absolutely.
It's your segment.
Thank you so much. Hey, what's up to all the dogs and poodles, stewies of Stew Nation? It's your girl, Arlie Michelle. I am not the Michelle, not the my Michelle, not the Michelle. Play that video, that audio, Tree.
Oh, yeah, Michelle. There you go, Michelle. There you go, Michelle. There you go, baby. There you go. Put this dick in here. I'm gonna put this dick in here. You know what I like? You know what I like? There you go, baby. There you go, baby. There you go, baby. That's my Michelle.
Listen, I want everybody to know I am not my Michelle. That's the first part we need to get clear with everybody. I do not want phone calls. I do not want
people hitting you up in these streets, Arlie, with people hitting you up like, is that you?
See, years ago, because people could not pronounce my name correctly, I always went by Michelle my whole life. It was not until I decided to go full throttle into the entertainment world that I went by my first name because it was different. Let me just tell y'all, Shannon Sharpe out here trying to prove he is not gay. That's what I want to say. I know that's all our boys. He's he's all these things. He first put out, that was somebody hacked my phone. They hacked it. Oh my God. And me, Naughty, and Tree were all together. Yes, like, how's somebody gonna hack your? My phone has now. Dudes have gotten into my phone trying to see what I'm doing, but they ain't never hacked my phone. We're trying to see how celebrities always get their phones hacked. So, first of all, why you got this? Second of all, first phone hack. Second, Then he does an emergency show. He and Ocho Cinco. They just done stole the 2 Live Stews. Y'all better watch your phones. That's all I'm gonna say. Whatever you and Doug, that little Detroit and the midget, you better watch it. If you're hitting it with sexy, watch it. Ryan, you and you tell us keep your wife's name out your mouth and little mama too.
So
just telling you, watch your phones.
So once again, I think some people watching don't know the story because this came out like late afternoon yesterday.
Came out late afternoon.
And that's the first time I've heard the footage. That's the first time I've heard the footage.
So if you don't know, Shannon Sharpe allegedly hit start on his IG live or some live podcast or something like that on his phone.
IG live.
And it recorded him in the room having sexual, intercourse with some young lady, and that was a recording of them.
And this is my thing. You're two consenting adults. You just take it off and keep it moving. Like, yeah, I get it. And that's what he did a whole hour and 12-minute emergency show about I feel so embarrassed and people know my business. Well, and Ocho Cinco, everybody know you ain't gay now. Huh? They know now.
So and that's what this thing really points at. And I like Shannon Sharpe.
Oh, I love him.
I like Shannon Sharpe. Do you think this thing was real, or do you think that he did this to kind of thwart the rumors that he's gay out there?
Quick question for both of y'all. What platform was it recorded on?
I don't even know.
Was it on?
Yes.
Was it Instagram?
It was Instagram. Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's Instagram. Okay. So was he, prior to having sex, was he recording something for Instagram? I mean, because Instagram isn't going to cut on by itself.
No, but let me say his explanation is, okay, his explanation is he was in the act. He was like 25 minutes because after you listen to him, he got explained because Ocho Cinco cracking jokes about, bro, you was breathing hard. He said, I'm 25 minutes in at this point when y'all listen to it. How you know how far you in when you didn't put it on?
Right.
By accident.
And not only that, that doesn't make sense. He didn't stop and then hit it and turn it on.
Right.
It had to have been recording from the very beginning.
I don't know. They say he was getting all these phone calls. He was getting all these phone calls. He finally answers the calls, which means were you about finished? And then you like, oh, let me turn over and see. Oh, it's a lot of people done called me. It just sounds, and I'm not saying he needs likes or subscribers or any of that, but the more you have, the more you make. Second of all, I think it was more of a ploy to push this whole, because he said Cat Williams, first phone call, one of the first phone calls I get is Cat Williams cracking jokes at my son. Well, you ain't gay now. That kind of thing. So if that's what was on the top of my dominance, and again, I am not the Michelle. His penile was not in my, y'all, I'm not the Michelle, but I can imagine that in the mid-stroke, because we've all stroked or been stroked or whatever you want to call it, you ain't really answering phones. I mean,
No.
And they keep talking about how he does not understand technology like that. So he said he didn't cut it off because he didn't know how to cut it off because he didn't know he cut it on. So whoever Jordan is, which I assume is his producer.
Jordan was in the room?
No. Apparently they have access. You can give other people access to your YouTube, Instagram accounts. He must have gone in and, deactivated it for him and took it down. Yeah.
So bottom line, do you think this thing was rigged or you think this was real?
I'd rather just say, man, I was having a little bit of fun and I wanted to give y'all a little snippet of what be going down in the bedroom. I'd rather him just say that. But don't blow all this smoke you're blowing now.
Not about
I would respect it more, Unc, if you just said, hey, I wanted to give y'all a little taste.
Y'all think I'm gay. I'm going to show y'all gay.
Now, second question. Do you think this getting out could lead to him like getting fired from his day job?
He's apologizing to all the people, but it was done in private. I don't understand how
I think there's probably a clause in his contract saying, something about embarrassing the show, embarrassing the network.
Was it a 3-pump stopper or something? What was embarrassing about it?
That's what they say. He was getting it in.
Yeah. So what? I mean, how does he embarrass the network?
Okay, man.
I guess having sex.
I think some people having sex on Instagram in front of 4 billion people might be kind of embarrassing. I don't know.
We didn't see it.
True.
Well, you can visualize it though.
It's just we heard it. Yeah, I don't think he gets fired, man. And if he does, I don't think he cares because the show with him and Ocho, the Club Shay Shay, is making more money than he's making on network TV anyway.
You think so?
Really?
He said he made more money during that Cat Williams interview, just that in that 1 week. He made more money that week because of the monetization than he did like his second contract, he said.
Wow.
He said it was a crazy number.
Wow.
So this is what I'm gonna say. I need one of y'all to let some accidentally, because Ryan, I know you really well, and I don't know if Doug is as bad as you are. You don't really know technology that well. I'm about to set your phone up. I'm just saying, people would like to hear how y'all get down. Hey, Stewies out there in Stew Nation, y'all want to hear how the Stew brothers get down, don't you?
They're gonna hear a bunch of crickets on my phone. They're gonna hear a bunch of crickets. How about you, Doug?
I see people in here.
Like.
I see people in there talking about, how he sounded or whatever. I would hate for somebody to hear me because it sounds like a goddamn circus going on when I'm getting it. You best believe that. So I'm not mad at him for how he sounded, and they were talking about how he was grunting at the end. I did listen to it. They were talking about how he was grunting.
There you go, Michelle.
That's elementary grunting. That's nothing.
You be doing some real grunting, huh? Like some some gorilla grunting.
Absolutely. Goddamn right.
Hey, I would hate for someone to ever hear me. Oh my God. Because I'm an actress. So you're gonna get a show. It's a whole show. It's the Hollywood show in this piece. Dude gonna walk away.
I can imagine.
In love. People like, I love her. Oh my God. Because it's every fantasy you ever had in your head. Here it is.
Now I will say this. Your past acquaintances probably are not happy to hear that this morning, that they thought they were doing something, but you was really acting. I mean, I hope ain't none of your past boyfriends.
One was watching the show yesterday, and I had a hat on that said cock, and he thought it was, so he was like, it's funny y'all was talking about Shannon Sharpe and you got cock on your head. I said, you missed the early part. We was really going hard on this. I had to switch hats because of technical difficulties.
And for the record, I enjoyed the no-show yesterday. It comes on Wednesdays at 5 o'clock. Outstanding job. You got a little late start yesterday, but I enjoyed the no-show yesterday.
Well, we forgot to click a button, and all the other buttons we were clicking, we forgot to put it on YouTube on this time. We were on at 5. It just went on YouTube at 5.
We're trying to learn. What else you got in this report today, Art? What else you got in this report?
I just want to go back up to top. We had to hit it hard this morning. We're going bam right in your mouth, but no pun intended. I didn't mean it. Actually, I just have quick wit. I want to say this about, I think with the debate, Saturday Night Live is going to be hilarious this weekend because they're going to bring out all the old school. It is going to be freaking hilarious. So y'all probably want to check it out because I know they are over there preparing for all the foolery that was the debate. I have always taught my son survive the encounter in reference to the police and Tyreek Hill. Whatever you got to do to survive the encounter. I was on a phone one time with him when he was driving. He worked for Mercedes-Benz with his dad for like a summer doing something, and he was driving a Benz, and they pulled him over, and they brought all 3 cars and I'm listening to it, trying to find him. I'm going through the streets of Atlanta like, I'm finding my child. Probably about to get arrested myself, but he was as calm as he was. They were as nasty as they could be, and it was a female, which I thought was odd because usually we have like a motherly kind of thing for young boys. It was hard to hear. I was like, I'm on my way. I'm coming. Damn it. I was about to. But yeah. So survive the encounter. And I want to go back to the top of the show with birthdays. It is the actress, singer, TV host, award-winning host Jennifer Hudson is 43 today. Singer from American Idol, Ruben Studdard is 45. Rapper 2 Chainz, 47. Y'all know his name used to be Titty Boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
When he first came out. That's an Atlanta thing.
And it's funny, when he changed names, he just blew up.
Yeah.
Shout out for tomorrow's birthdays. TV mogul Tyler Perry will be 54. Switz Beats 45. I hope everybody out there in Stewland has an amazing.
Hey, one thing we need to mention though before you go.
Yes, sir.
The great Frankie Beverly passed away yesterday, or not yesterday. It's actually the day before yesterday.
It was the day, and they announced it yesterday. We talked about that on a no show yesterday. It comes in 3s. That's what they've always taught us. And so we had
James Earl Jones,
Frankie Beverly, and then the rapper who passed, whose
Rich
name
Homie Quan.
Rich Homie Quan. So I'm hoping that's it. We need to put Stevie in a bubble. Stevie needs to go in a bubble. All of the icons need to go in a bubble so that we can just hold on to them and preserve them a little while longer.
How many times have y'all seen Frankie Beverly Mays?
Too many times to count. I've seen him in they love him in
About 5 times.
I've seen him. I saw him 5 years straight here at Chastain.
Chastain. Yep.
There was a 5-year period in a row that we went every summer to see Frankie Beverly and Mays, man.
One of the best times we went, we actually took
absolutely.
our mom.
Yeah.
Our mother was in town in Atlanta, and we took her out there. You remember that, Doug?
I don't remember that.
Yeah. We took her out there.
One
We
of
had a
those 5
table,
times.
had a basket full of food. We had a really, really good time. It was Frankie Beverly and Mays out there.
She loves Frankie Beverly and Mays. I think I do remember that now that you say that. Yeah.
I love Southern Girl because I felt like he was singing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday night, he told me I was countryer than anybody he had ever heard in the world. And I am a Southern girl. I'm a Southern Belle Peach because I'm from Mississippi, which is the Mississippi Belle. And I'm a Georgia Peach by way of just having been here for a long time. And Frankie Beverly, every time he sang Southern Girl, I'd just be like, that's my jam. Southern Girl, golden time of the day. I mean, he didn't even have to sing at his concerts anymore. Everybody sang for him.
Right.
And he was one of the few artists that has not come out with a new album in he tried that one of them concerts. He tried to sing some new stuff. Everybody was like,
Nah, go back to the old stuff, Frankie.
We need to sing along. We need to karaoke this thing. So he was only 77. As you get closer to them numbers, they don't seem so.
I hated when Beyonce came out with that cover of what was it, Before I Let Go?
Yeah, but I'm kind of glad she did now because that song people are going to
go. It grew on me. It grew on me.
And another note, I was in the grocery store the other day, and there is the Beyonce song for Crazy in Love. It's from some other song, The Horns. I'm gonna have to talk about that another day because I hear my music. Okay. But I love y'all stews and stewies, not stews. I do love y'all too, but I love the stewies. Y'all have a great weekend. Love someone and let someone love you.
Good job, Ollie. We appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Ollie.
The wonderful Ollie Michelle, man. Up next in the Doghouse on the Two Live Stews. And
that's dope. That's it. That's the advertisement. Flyer.
Naughty's Funky 4, the last 48, and we're gonna take your chats, and we're gonna get a couple phone calls because the line has lit up.
We got a lot to
doing that.
We got a lot to do, man.
Yeah. Hadn't talked about Deshaun Watson really. Hadn't talked about Sherrone yet. We'll get it in.
Well,
we appreciate all y'all in the chat room.
The Sherrone stuff doesn't take a lot. The head coach in Michigan took over for Jim Harbaugh. They gave him a deal. He coached the first 2 games without a deal, and they finally. Go ahead.
What took so long is there were some problems, and they were doing an investigation to make sure that he would be able to get said deal.
Yeah.
They were making sure they wasn't hiring a coach that was going to have to be fired. And if he gets fired and he's already signed that deal, he's going to get a portion of that money. So they were just covering their bases. That's all.
Okay. All right.
Good job, Ollie.
Congratulations to him.
Shouts out to all the sponsors, man. I'll talk to you about Bay 11 Automotive here in a little while, as well as the good folks from Clear, as well as Southern Edge. Y'all keep it locked. It's your boys Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, and the Two Live Stews. More Two Live Stews experience up next.
We have our new advertising rate sheet available. The Two Live Stews have a current reach of 50,000 people.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Here's the big thing about it. If we advertise your business, you got to remember, this is pretty much forever. It's in perpetuity because these videos are streamed and you can watch it over and over, and people can watch what we did 6 months ago and they're still going to see your advertisement. Okay?
It's
constant. All right. So, internet-based or Atlanta-based businesses, just going to shoot you real. I mean, if you're in Arizona and you got a brick and mortar, we probably can't help you a lot, to be honest with you. Now, if you want to advertise the show just to show some love, that's cool. But an Atlanta-based business and internet-based business, check us out. Email us, okay? sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. Here are your sponsorship packages starting at $75. And you're getting a lot of value from $75. In the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group, we got 40,000 people, okay? So you got 4 different levels. Level 1, $75. And really, it's still great because, once again, perpetuity. F with your boys. Okay? So if you're interested, email us. We'll send you this rate sheet, the packages, and advertise your business right here on the Two Live Stews.
Coming back to the Marching 101 from South Carolina State University.
Hey,
my
man.
honorary alma mater.
Hey, you know why we showed that, man? Remember last week you were talking about how y'all do it at Georgia Tech? Blue, go.
No,
Blue.
I didn't.
Go.
That's not what I said.
That's not what I said. I said if I show you the Marching 101, that'll blow your mind if you think that blue and gold or something.
Yeah.
That's the Marching 101, baby.
I'm very familiar with the Marching 101 and their works, sir. It's your boys, the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience. Shouts out to the Southern Edge Beverage Company. You can find them on the web at southernedgebeverage.co.com. Doing a tasting on next Thursday at the Battery, the Doubletree Suites. Y'all pull up, man. RSVP and pull up. Join the boys. Have a taste. Enjoy a show. We're going to do about an hour or so out there. That's the plan as of now. If the plans change, it's okay. There'll be a Thursday night football game on. There's a full bar. There's food. We should really have a good time. So y'all make sure and show up to one of our first live podcast opportunities with the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience. The Naughty Dread is in the building. What up, Dread?
Oh, man, what's going on, players?
Outstanding job yesterday, man. I see you're figuring the equipment out. How you feeling about things, man?
Oh, the things are coming along, man. You know, still some progress to be made, but you know, we're gonna be good September 19th. So people need to come out, you know, see the Stews in action.
It's
see
right around the corner, man. It's
Whole
right around the
crew.
corner, man. The Stews crew will be in the building, man. Let's get to that funky for it, Naughty. What you got, player?
Well, the first story I'm gonna do, since y'all already kind of stole my thunder, Asia Wilson breaks the WNBA single season scoring record in an 86-75 win over Indiana Fever. 941 was the number that broke it. She's currently at 956. She's on pace to become the first woman in WNBA history to score 1,000 points in a season. So, I mean, that'll be huge. Now, you got to understand, was broken last year by Seattle's Jewel Lloyd. She had 739 points. And before her, the record was broken last year by Breanna Stewart. And it was broken last year by Asia Wilson. So this record is not one of those long-standing records. It seems to be broken every other month. So, but congratulations to Asia Wilson. I mean, she's going for a third MVP.
She previously had the record at 912 points. She set that in 40 games last season. So you're exactly right. She's been breaking her own record, but congratulations for continuing to be a trendsetter in this piece.
Oh, yeah. She's a real baller, man. So it's good that, you know, she getting her shine. And she beat Indiana Fever, which has a woman who has been getting a lot of shine on that team. But, you know, she outshined her.
Who's the woman? Who's the woman that's getting a lot of shine, Naughty? Who's the woman you're referring to?
Aaliyah Boston. You know, she was the number one pick in the draft last year.
Right. Exactly.
What's your next story, Naughty?
The Pac-12, man. The Pac-12 only got 2 teams, but they're trying to rebuild the conference. So next year they're supposed to be, in 2026, they're supposed to get Boise State, Colorado State, San Diego State, and Fresno State. And then they got to add 2 more teams to comply with NCAA rules to get them up to 8. So the Pac-12 is trying to work. Now, those teams, they got to forfeit $20 million to leave the Mountain West Conference. But Washington State and Oregon State have in excess of $200 million to help rebuild the conference. That was one of the moves that was made because most of their teams went to either the Big 12 or the Big 10. So they were left money to help rebuild the conference. So it appears that the Pac-12 is in the process of rebuilding. But how can you have a 2-team conference? It don't make no sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
I haven't even taken a look at their schedule. Like, are they playing like
they're probably still playing the team
right now?
Well, they're probably still playing the teams that were on the schedule from before, I would guess.
Right. And they're playing a lot of the Mountain West teams, but those deals is being broken. So
hey man, how much longer are conferences even going to be a thing? I mean, the way it's going down now, you got teams from the East Coast flying to the West Coast multiple times, teams from the West Coast flying to the East multiple times.
You're gonna have
I see them doing away with this thing altogether. Right. Yeah. One huge super conference.
Two super conferences.
Two super conferences.
I mean, I understand that a lot of these West Coast teams have joined Midwest conferences, or some of the Midwest teams have joined Eastern conferences, but don't you have to have something on the West Coast, something that represents the West Coast? That's what the Pac-12 did.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
they got to get the money
Big
right.
Ten, the Big Ten and this SEC mixture that's happening has been riveting, and the viewership, the ratings for these games in the first couple of weeks of college football has been astronomical. And you got teams like Oklahoma and Texas that's going to be playing SEC teams. You're going to have 13, 14, 15 million people watching these games, man.
Right.
All right, number 3, Nadi, what you got?
Yeah, speaking of watching a lot of games, Shohei Ohtani, yesterday in the second inning, he stole second base to have 48 steals on the season. He also has 47 home runs. So he's on pace to become the first player in Major League Baseball history with a 50-50 season. I mean, that's huge considering only 6 guys in the history of the game has ever had a 40-40 season. You remember last year, Ronald Acuna did 41 home runs and 73 stolen bases, which was one of the greatest seasons ever to be played in baseball. You had Alfonso Soriano with the Nationals. A-Rod did it with the Seattle Mariners back in the day. Barry Bonds did 40-40 like 3 times with the Giants. And then Jose Canseco was actually the first player in Major League Baseball history to do 40-40. So there's only 6 players in history to do 40-40. And now you got a guy who not only pitches, but he bats. And he's on the verge of becoming the first player to do 50-50. And we wonder why he got a $700 million contract.
I was just about to say
him life for gambling.
I was just about to say, Nadi, what Shohei is doing is absolutely amazing. And what he was introduced to us as, which is a pitcher, he's not even doing this year. And he's still gonna be the damn MVP. He's not even throwing the ball this year.
Right. Well, I think Shohei also, you hear the thing about Travis Hunter, can he play offense or can he play defense? And a lot of people say in the league he can't do both. But no one ever really thought there was a player who can pitch and hit and play the field.
And steal bases.
So every now and again you get an anomaly. You get somebody that's so special that they might be able to pull it off. And so, with this, maybe Travis Hunter can pull it off. Maybe he's that special. We just have to wait and see.
A generational talent is the term we're looking for, I believe.
Right.
Clearly his trajectory is headed towards being the greatest baseball player of all time, right?
Yeah.
Nadi?
Right.
Or do you say he's still nowhere in the realm of Barry Bonds?
No, Barry Bonds is a mythical figure. I don't even
but Barry Bonds didn't pitch.
He didn't pitch.
And we're not talking about pitching like an average pitcher. You can go out there and get 7 innings.
Barry Bonds allowed people to start a canoeing business. He was hitting the ball in the ocean. When Barry Bonds retired, they went out of business.
Right, but
this is stuff legend.
But
that's just one tool. That's just one tool.
Shohei, he's also a 8-time Gold Glove winner. So Barry Bonds did it on the base paths. He did it at the plate. Did it in the field.
That's two tools.
I don't know what else we want. He's the all-time leader in home runs. But I will say if there's any player that can get in that realm of Barry Bonds and maybe surpass Barry Bonds, it's definitely Shohei Ohtani.
All right, what else you got?
I really don't have a 4th story. I only have a concept of a 4th story.
Well, I got something you can replace for your 4th story. I want to get your thoughts.
It got to be good though. I got a concept of a story.
Yeah, let him go with his concept.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you got might be better.
I wanted to get your thoughts on the police brutality conversation when talking about Tyreek Hill. You've been shot. You did some time and you did some Fed time. I
try to avoid conversation with the police at all costs.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Because I know myself, and I agree with both of y'all make good points. On one hand, I don't feel shown up. I don't feel like being lesser than. I don't feel like being a victim to these people. I have a conqueror's mentality. So it's liable to be a clash that might not end up well for me. But on the other hand, I still understand that I'm at a disadvantage. It's more of them. They have weapons, and I need to get out of there alive. So it's really a frustrating. It can be taxing mentally. And I think that's also a part of the reason why there is a lot of mental health issues in our communities, because we have to deal with a situation in this country where we understand our greatness, but they're always suppressing it. And so how do you fight that on a day-to-day basis?
If a cop get behind me on 85 for 15, 20 minutes, I'm sweating like, man, damn, I got to deal with this today.
Right.
Just because and I hadn't done anything wrong. I'm just driving my car.
And he might end up going around you, but for that 15 minutes,
I'm thinking, damn, okay. Anything in
there's
the car? Have I been drinking? It's a whole bunch of stuff that brings stress to your life.
And the majority of the country doesn't have that feeling. You know, I've seen too many situations where other people get in encounters with the police, and the pressure is on the police. You know, they talk to them in a kind of way. I've actually seen them hit the police and walk away with nothing happen. So I mean, there's definitely a double standard, and I just think it's bad. But we don't have anybody advocating for us in Washington, so you know, it is what it is.
Yesterday, we started our mentoring group this year over at Mary Buckner Elementary, and one thing I always tell the kids when I mentor, one thing I tell our golf group after we get done golfing and we've had a beer or we smoked a cigar, you know, when everybody's going their own separate ways, is I'll remind everybody, make sure you have 0 police encounters.
Correct.
That's the one way we can guarantee our safety and not being shot from dealing with the police, is by having 0 police encounters.
But a lot of times that's not up to us, though.
It's exactly right.
I think the system could easily be fixed, but I don't think they want it to be fixed. I mean, if I was president, which I'm running for in 2028 or 2032, in order you only can police your neighborhood, because when you know the people who you grew up with and you know their families, you can be a little bit more patient with them. But a lot of times these cops come from all over the country into your city, and their whole job is just to do what they're asked to do.
Yeah, the lady that the Sonia Massey that was killed by the cop in her own house.
In her house.
Standing by her own stove. That dude had been with 6 different police forces like in 2 years.
Right.
So you know he wasn't from that era. He didn't know her. And she was a real godly person, and she was talking in the tone of God as compared to some type of threat to him. It's just ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I like that idea about community policing your community. I like that.
Yeah, it's fixable. It's a fixable issue. And Cornell West 2024. That's all I got.
We appreciate you, Dre. Good job today, sir.
All right.
Phone number to the show is 404-954-1021 if you want to call up and spend some time with the Two Live Stews. Let's jump into this last 48, sir.
Yeah, so the last 48, this is a special edition Trump-Harris debate. It's all dealing with all of these memes from the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group dealing with the debate, and really one particular comment from Donald Trump about folks in Springfield, Ohio eating their pets. Roll the first one, Tree. I don't think this has ever been an argument with a man. I don't think he has ever been in an argument with a sister. Man, just agree.
Yeah.
He had no idea what was coming at him. And that's why I felt so confident about her doing well. She's a black woman, and she got some professional experience behind her on arguing and litigating.
She's a prosecutor, man.
Yeah. So shots out to Kamala. Next one, Tree. So do you
remember the great Alf, man?
Okay, I was going to ask you. So you're a couple of years younger. You were very, very young when Alf was a thing.
I've seen every episode of Alf, sir. Every last episode.
So for the greenhorns, this corny-looking alien is supposed to be an alien. His name was Alf. Alf was an acronym for something. I should have looked it up. But anyway, he was an alien, and he came from outer space, and he lived with this family, and he told jokes, and it was a big show. It was like on a network TV station, NBC or something like that, and he ate cats. That's what his diet was.
Animal Liberation Front. There's a bunch of acronyms for ALF. I don't think any of these are. I don't remember what it was either. I just tried to look it up, and it's like 50,000 ALF acronyms. So we're not going to be able to find that one today.
Now, 30 plus years later, the whole concept of ALF and that ALF being an alien, can we see it one more time? That whole
alien life form, says the chat room. Thank you, chat room.
Alien life form.
FM, Carter 1911, Truck D. Thank you very much. Alien life form.
30 years later, this sounds and looks very, very stupid. But trust us, it was a great show.
It was hilarious. Yeah, Alf had an affinity for cats. We never saw him eat a cat, but he really wanted to eat cats. Never got to them on the show, but that was his thing.
Oh, of course not. They're not going to show a darn alien eating a cat on national TV, man. Are you kidding me? Next one. Jeff Griffin. Shouts out, Jeff. A&T alumni. He says they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Dr. Seuss. Green eggs and ham. That's a great rendition of Dr. Seuss, Donald Trump. Next one, Tree.
Looks just like him.
Did he say they eat us? You saw a ton of these.
Yeah, so many
on social media on yesterday. Dogs
Very,
and
very
cats
funny
in
stuff.
Springfield, Ohio are really, really worried. And I think we got one more. In Springfield, they eating the dogs. You know who this is, right? You know what that dog's name is.
Appreciate you, Elliot. That's the dog from The Simpsons.
What's his name, though? I thought you would have looked this up by the day.
His name was Roof.
Damn name wasn't Roof. Little Santa's helper, man.
Yeah,
I used to be an avid fan of The Simpsons, and it's still going on, from what I understand.
It's still on, man.
I haven't watched it in 20 years, but
Yeah.
it's older than 20 years.
Yeah, it's been around forever. Since The Simpsons have been around since the beginning of time.
Yeah, they've had a great run, to say the least.
So what's the dog's name again?
Little Santa's helper.
Well, that's a long name.
That's a long name for a dog, but it's got some type of significance or whatever, man.
Right.
And you're watching the Two Eyes Stews experience.
You mentioned what we will be looking forward to this weekend. Are you ready to mention that real quick before we move on?
No, I wanted to finish up and talk about Deshaun. Get your thoughts on Deshaun.
Okay.
Deshaun Watson. And we already mentioned the coach from Michigan, but your thoughts on Deshaun. So it seems like, I don't know. What's your thoughts? Deshaun Watson, some new allegations about sexual assault levied against him. Him and his lawyer saying they're going to vehemently fight the accusations. You know his history. He settled like cases with like 20 other women, massage therapists that said that every time Deshaun came to them, he expected a happy ending or something like that. What are your thoughts about these latest accusations, man?
Man, when you pay off, allegedly, 24 women because of your actions in some shape or form, when you pay them off, you're going to be paying off women for the rest of your freaking life. I said this when this thing first happened years ago with Deshaun Watson.
Mm-hmm.
Look, man, innocent or guilty, if you just decide to settle this thing out of court where you pay everybody off to leave you alone, you can be doing this for the rest of your life. So he needs to be prepared for that. Right now, he's an easy mark. I'm not going to get it. I do think he's a freak. Okay? I do think that. But at the end of the day, I know a lot of freaks that do a lot of freaky things that don't end up paying 24 people off. Okay? So this lady is alleging that she invited him to her apartment, and when he got there, she let him in. She went in the back to change or put on something else or to brush her teeth or something. And when she came out, he was laying buck naked like, hey, let's get it on. I need you to rub this left buttocks. That's what the story says. And all I'm saying is, when you pay off 24 women, be prepared to do that for the rest of your life.
So if you were him, and I don't even want to put you in his shoes.
Nope, don't put me in those shoes. Nope, don't do it to me.
But would you rather pay off the women, or would you rather go through all of these trials? If you have the means to pay off the women, as opposed to go and sit up in a courtroom for months, maybe years.
Years. 24
what would you
years.
do? Let me say this now, and I am always, you can go back and check the tape from 2001. I am always innocent until proven guilty.
Exactly.
And I feel like that because of our plight
once again, black men's plight here in this country.
Yep.
Let me remind you.
Yep.
Deshaun Watson has not admitted to none of this.
Yep.
He has not had a trial of his peers where he has been convicted.
He has vehemently denied all of it.
He is an easy target right now, is my point.
Yep.
So before we cast, we kind of put him in this light of guilty. Just remember that he hasn't admitted. Matter of fact, he's denied all of this.
Yep. He's denying this one too.
I haven't seen any tangible evidence that someone has produced. I don't even know what that would be. He hasn't had a trial where he's been convicted.
Right.
Innocent until proven guilty. I'm not going to say this guy did he do or has he been. Something's going on. Something's definitely going on. But I'm not going to prosecute that brother, man. I'm just not going to do it. Same thing with Bill Cosby to a degree.
Right. His agent, Rusty Harden, says we've asked him not to comment further while this matter works its way through the courts. But we're comfortable he will ultimately be vindicated.
He can't win.
I'll answer your first question.
Right.
No, he's going to lose the rest of his life.
He can't win.
No, he can't. No. Yep.
Based on the way the story is reported and all of the different.
As a matter of fact, if I ever meet him, I'm gonna stick my hand out to shake his hand, and when he shakes my hand, if he shakes it, I'm gonna drop to the ground and start screaming. Ah! He's an easy mark.
You Deshaun Watson's latest victim.
He's an easy mark. Now, let me answer your question.
One quick thing. Jason Hill said he hasn't even been charged with a crime.
Has not.
Do you realize that?
Yes, I do.
He hasn't even been charged with a crime.
Now, let me answer your question. If I did not do what I was being accused of, I don't care how much money I got. We got to run it up the flagpole and take that thing to the courts. If I did not do it, I ain't paying you nothing. I'm not paying you a goddamn thing. Nothing.
That sounds noble.
Yep.
That sounds sensible.
Yep.
But I don't think that's reality.
Well, the reality is now, every time he asks somebody for their phone number, he's going to be in line for a lawsuit. Every time he spends some quality time with a woman and there's no one else involved, he's setting himself for a possible lawsuit because he didn't fight, because he just paid.
This guy is
he got it. Yeah, he got it. Oh, he got the money. But because he just paid, he's going to be paying for the rest of his life.
This guy is in a proverbial rock in a hard place. One other thing about this I want to throw out there, and I meant to talk about this Tuesday or Monday when we did the show. He's not even the same player anymore. This thing, it's taking away his soul.
Yes.
If you watch the game now, and I'm gonna say this, the game against Dallas this past week in the fourth quarter, it seemed like something clicked.
Yep.
But the first 3 quarters, he was the worst quarterback I've seen ever take a snap.
It's bad, man.
He couldn't hit the backside of a barn. And he hadn't been right ever since this thing has come on to play. The Deshaun Watson that left Houston was a baller.
Real baller. Real baller.
He's a shell of himself because of this thing, man, I believe, man.
Yep. And he's going to keep paying for the rest of his life. He can't take a chick to Whataburger without turning around and having $1 million lawsuit. He had his hand on my leg. He squeezed my leg. He was making indecent comments. He wanted me to rub his buttocks. You know, I mean, if you just pay 24 people in excess of 7 figures allegedly, yeah, man, that's what you do in the rest of your life. And he got it, but he's probably going to end up giving a lot of it away.
Yeah, he's in a bind, man, because you're right. He has it, and to avoid once again all that goes in the litigation, you know, it's a drop in the bucket to him. What do you get? $200-something million guaranteed. So he's like, do I do all of this, or I just give him an equivalent to me $5?
In the chat room, any woman who accepts money and don't hold a sexual predator accountable criminally to prevent other women from being abused get no respect from me. That's from the Dread. What I'm not going to do is, well, I'm not going to say that. What I am going to say is this. If you signing them checks like that, people going to come for them checks. Period, man.
Yeah, he's oh boy.
We are a copycat society. It ain't just in the NFL. Copycat teams that win. Everybody during the offseason goes over their film, studies their game plan, and tries to increment what they can from their game plan into theirs? No, we're not going to do that. This guy's paying.
Oh boy, yeah, real tough, paying. Man, real tough.
Yeah. Rusty Harden, he's getting paid. He's this lawyer. He's taking all the questions and speaking on Deshaun's behalf. He's happy to do it because he gets a check for every hour that he spends time talking about Deshaun Watson. He gets a check.
The courts will, let's see it one more time. The courts will bankrupt you and the cases take so long, so it's often suggested that you settle the case out of court to avoid years of discovery and litigation. That's from Arlie.
How about let's flip this thing? Thank you, Arlie, for that. She is an attorney. How about let's flip this thing? You countersue for all the charges that get incurred. If you find out that it didn't happen, you got to pay.
I definitely understand what you're saying. If somebody accused me of something I didn't do, I'm damn sure not going to accept responsibility or admit to something that's a lie. I'm definitely not going to do that.
Ollie, did you ring the doorbell? Come on in here real quick, Ollie. I don't know if you rang the doorbell or not. All right.
Tria, you added me. Okay. Uh-oh. I didn't touch nothing. I didn't touch it.
Me neither.
I don't be touching stuff around here because I ain't touch it. Because
you were about to say something, Ollie, because your glasses.
No, I was just saying.
First.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get myself straight.
All right. Go ahead, Ollie.
I was just going to say that I get it. And we always say that, like, you better fight it because that's what you want to do. But the legal system is so screwed up. It's not any fault of the defendant or the prosecutor.
The accused, right?
Itself. It's just so screwed up. So a lot of times they just say, hey, listen, go on and pay them people a little, not thinking that because we're a very litigious society, not thinking it's going to, cause issue. And yes, if you ask for, because we've gone to court before and we've told them, okay, and we're going to get all our fees. Well, if you're the bigger person, like the more
famous,
if you're you got more money than the person that's suing you, they're not going to make them pay it. They might say it in like that was the ruling, but you're never going to get it. Like you're not going to get it because they don't have it to give to you. Just think about how OJ in that civil case, they were selling off all his stuff, as much money as he had at one point, selling off all his stuff to pay off fees and do all these things and being in court. Sometimes you just can't fight it. It makes more sense. I know our emotions tell us don't do that because then you get what's happening to him now. Even if he said rub my butt, because I've had people, the masseuse rub my butt cheek.
But I ain't doing it. I mean, that's what they do, allegedly.
Right, it's a part of it. It's a bone back there somewhere. I don't know what that bone is called.
I request my masseuse to use her elbow in that thing.
Yes, and then it feels good. It's like a good pain.
Yeah. Can you use your elbow right there, ma'am? Please. Yeah,
and see, now what if she now goes and says, Mr. Stewart said I had to give Robbie's boots.
And that's another thing. Like, there's no, like, I could understand if someone had a secret camera, a hidden camera in the room, and they have this video evidence of him, assaulting this person. As far as I know, there's nothing like that exists. It's literally this person's word against his.
And once you get, it's like, remember when we were little kids, I always had this happen to me. So y'all probably didn't have it happen to you, but I talked so much, as you can imagine, that she'd be like, the teacher would just assume it was me. And I'm like, I wasn't even talking. It wasn't me. So that's what's happening to him now. Like he's an easy mark. And JY3 said he heard that, allegedly the Browns are trying to get out of the contract. Shout out to JY3. I'm about to say it. The Browns are trying to get out of his contract. This $1 billion business is way bigger than his little whatever. So it's easy for them to just continue to get people to come and like, you know what? There's a clause in your contract, your immoral, morality clauses, and now we can just we gotta let you go for that. And they don't specify what the moral clause is. So it's what my morality is. So it remains to be seen. They're trying to get out of contract. This is a good way for them to do it.
Thank you, Ollie. We appreciate it.
Hey man, you got 15 minutes to read some of these chat messages?
I do, man. But before we do that, everybody that drives or has a license and has a car finds themselves at some point in time with that car on the side of the road. If that ever happens to you, call my guys at Bay 11 Towing.
Grab a pencil and write this down.
44770-6949. Bay 11 Towing, where speed and savings come together to get you safely to your destination. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is stressful and it's dangerous. I don't care where you are. It ain't got to be Metro Atlanta. It can be anywhere. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call. Bay 11 Towing's response times are always outspaced. They outpace those national brands, okay? Whether you're dealing with a flat tire, a dead battery, or a full-on breakdown, the team at Bay 11 Towing is ready to get you safely back on the road. So the next time you find yourself in a jam, call Bay 11 Towing at 404-770-6949. Write this number down. Put it on a sticky in the corner of your windshield.
Or put it in your phone.
404-770-6949. Bay 11 Towing. They're going to get there quick because I've been on the road for hours waiting. They're going to get there quick, and they're guaranteeing that their prices are competitive with everybody else that you would possibly call, if not even better. Give Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949.
Two quick mentions. Don't forget, you can advertise on the Two Live Stews. We have a reach of over 50,000, 40,000 people in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group. We have an internet-based package. And then we have some what we call big boy packages that we can send out to you. Holla at your boys, man. We'd love to help you promote your business. If you are an Atlanta-based business, have a brick and mortar here in Atlanta, or if you have an internet-based business, we'd love to work with you, all right? Holla at me. Inbox me on Facebook. That would be great. Or email me, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. And one last thing, if you're watching this show right now, I don't care when you're watching it, because this is, once again, perpetuity, hit the share and like button.
Please.
In particular, the share button. Hit the share button. We really would appreciate that. There's no reason for everybody watching the show right now, not hit the share button.
And also subscribe on all platforms and follow us on social media. Do all those things as well. You want to get to this? What am I looking forward to now, man? Or you want to do that in the next segment when we reach?
No. We can hold off on that. Oh, you got something you looking forward to in particular?
Well, I'm just
looking forward to college football. College football second week.
Any particular games? Any particular games you're looking forward to more than others?
No,
I've got three. Listen, man. From time to time, I'm like a handicapper. Okay, even if I don't play the games, I like to pick the games based off the number, because it's not about picking the right team. It's about picking the right number when it comes to handicapping. So for those of you that may think about putting a wager out there this weekend, I got three for you for the NFL. I got three for you for the college football weekend also. So I'll do that whenever you think it's time. You let me know.
Go ahead.
Okay. 3 games in the NFL I want you to look at. And I hate doing this, but this weekend I think it's going to play true. I'm taking 3 favorites. The Lions versus the Bucks. The line started at -4. The line is -7.5 now because the Bucks are missing 3 members of their secondary. I'm taking the Lions to win big in that game. Second game, Bengals versus the Chiefs. The Chiefs are favored by -4.5. I'm taking the Chiefs in that game. The game is in Kansas City, and the Bengals just ain't right. We've been talking about Burrow's wrist all weekend, looking at his wrist all week and how he keeps moving it around, how he wasn't effective last weekend. I think the Chiefs win that game, and they win it big. And the Battle of the Birds, the Falcons versus the Eagles. The game's in Philadelphia. Philly's favored by 6.5. And because I know they're trotting that gimp back out there, I'm putting everything I got on that game right there with the Eagles -6.5. Now, on the college side of things, I got 3 games for you. Bama versus Wisconsin, LSU versus South Carolina, and Colorado versus Colorado State. I'm taking the underdog in all of those with the number. I'm taking Wisconsin plus 16.5 versus Bama. Wisconsin looked good last weekend. Bama did not look good. As a matter of fact, they somewhat struggled. LSU versus South Carolina. South Carolina is better than people think. They beat Kentucky pretty good last weekend, and I'm looking for Kentucky to be a better team this year. I'm taking South Carolina plus the 7. And Colorado State plus Colorado, we saw Colorado struggle with them cats last year. As a matter of fact, I think they lost. Give me Colorado State plus the 7. I think it's going to be a tough start to the season for Colorado. I think they will find a way to ultimately get over 500 this year, but I think they're going to have a terrible start, and that terrible start continues this weekend in Colorado State plus 7, Colorado.
Okay.
All right, man. That's what I'm looking forward to this weekend.
Good stuff. Tina Oglesby, she said he just loud and wrong and doesn't care, talking about Trump. From Andre Stevenson, speaking of politics, my line, frat brother running against Marjorie Taylor Greene.
If there are any dogs or poodles in that district, get out and drop a vote for my dog. You should give us the name, bruh.
I was hoping he would give us the name.
Sylvester Williams, Sly, the sports guy. He didn't break the law. He just didn't follow the ninja laws. Messed up. We have to know to separate the set of laws. I think he's talking about Tyreek Hill. Two Live Stews. Tyreek understands all things even. He can whip that cop's ass. Tyreek understands all things even. Oh, he understands all things even. He can whip that cop's ass. And that's part of the problem.
Yep.
Rel Scott. Nope, Dougie. Tyreek rolled that window back up, which makes the fuzz nervous.
Yep. Yep.
Rel Scott.
Sydney, well, for the record, real quick, off that text you just read, the window being up. When the window was up and the body camera was shown, the footage was shown, he can still see clearly in that damn car. So the window was up. He could still see clearly in that car. So he knew where his hands was. He knew he didn't possess a weapon. So he could see clearly in that car. If the camera that he was wearing could show us that he could see, he damn sure could see in that car.
It was an unrational thing. Why would somebody driving a $200,000 car be a threat to you?
Well,
and not only that, we said it earlier, they knew who he was. Well, one of them 4 cops knew that was Tyreek Hill.
We gather they knew who he was, especially if they're the stadium police. Those police typically are stationed in the same spot every weekend when they're doing games. And I did want to say that too. And I'm not making excuses for Tyreek. However, sometimes when you're in game day mode, you're in competition mode, you're in battle mode, you're about to get on the gridiron, and you're about to hit other grown-ass men, you've got to mentally be someplace else game day to do that. Which is why I always got to the stadium 4.5 to 4 hours early. I didn't want to deal with no traffic. I didn't want to deal with none of the lines. I didn't want to have to find a park. I didn't want to deal with the people in the stadium. I wanted to get there before all of that because on game day, I had a regimen. Mentally and physically, I was getting prepared to bust the freaking wedge. And to do that, you're not going to be as sane as you typically would be in your everyday life. So I'm allowing Tyreek to be a little on edge because it's game day. I'm allowing Tyreek to be a little on edge because he was going to work. I'm allowing Tyreek to be a little on edge because he knows he's about to do some things that's going to cause him to possibly get hit. Okay? That does not excuse the way he was very short-tempered and the way he handled himself during that stop.
And they don't like, police also don't like when you, what's the word I'm looking for? They don't like when you dismiss them.
Oh, he dismissed them big time.
Tyreek was like, just give me the ticket so I can get out of here.
Right.
He didn't want to debate with them. He didn't want to argue. He didn't need to de-escalate. He wanted to go, and they hated the fact that he dismissed them, that this thing was so insignificant to him that the fine wasn't really going to hurt his pocket.
They don't care about that ticket.
He was driving a $200,000 car. They internally hate that. Police do not like when you take their little ticket and just throw it and ball it up and throw it in the passenger seat. Right. They don't like that.
Right. Yeah. I'm going to get you out of the car. I'm going to take you out of that car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. It took him 8 seconds to say, I'm going to get you out of that car, and then realize, wait a minute, you know what? Let me get this ninja out of the car. Get out of that car. Get on the ground.
Right, I would love to read more of this chat, man, but you want to read some more? My pressure is up, man.
It's a lot, man.
My pressure's up. I mean, this between Deshaun Watson losing his fortune, his family fortune that could have took care of generations going forward, and Tyreek Hill being talked down to like he's some bitch because he's driving a nice car and he just want to get his ticket and go on about his business. My pressure is up this morning. Oh, that's my music. I thought we weren't going to do it.
Are we calling on the Lord?
Okay.
You told her to still do it. Are we calling on the Lord?
Yeah, we call him the Lord. So we're gonna pass the plate. Let me pull up my book here, man. I was prepared.
You got a book
for
to
this.
pass the plate, man?
Yeah, I gotta tell you about the passage.
Dogs and Poodles, man. Shouts out to the good folks from Southern Edge. We're looking forward to next Thursday, the 19th, at the Doubletree down at the Battery. Nice cigar lounge we're gonna be a part of.
Okay, so y'all grab your phones.
Southern Edge gonna be flowing.
We're gonna pass the plate for this weekend. So this week's message comes from the book.
This is out of order. We got liquor. We got the Reverend Deacon.
Don't worry about that,
Deacon
Tree. Can you back off, please?
Even Jesus turned the water to wine. It's okay.
Y'all, the energy, something is wrong. Arlie, get on beat.
Okay.
Go ahead, Pastor.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Today's message comes from the book of Antonio. The book of Antonio. Paragraph 5, section 2, passage 46 to 47. And it goes like this. Nick, knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone.
Preach! Preach!
You didn't hear what I just said.
Say it again, Pastor. Say it again.
I said Nick, knack, paddywhack.
No, he didn't.
Give a dog a bone.
A bone. That's right. Preach, Pastor. Preach,
Now,
Pastor.
how does this pertain to the two live stews? Me and my brother are dogs.
That's right.
Not in the literal sense.
Yes.
Okay. But the general sense.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're saying in this passage is,
tell them what you're saying.
Give us a bone, i.e. money.
Oh,
okay. Not Shannon.
Yes.
Give us the money, and that will equate to a bone. What do we mean? Tree, show the little thing. Show the little QR code, Tree.
That's right.
We want you to pull out your phone, and scan this QR code, and give us some bones. Not one bone, but multiple bones.
And not them Shannon Sharpe bones either.
Not those type of bones. Hell no, we don't want them bones. We want money bones. All right? Once again, from the book of Antonio, paragraph 5, section 2, 46 through 47.
I love the hat.
Give us them bones. Knick-knack, paddywhack. Give them to us. Amen.
Amen.
Put the thing up one more time, Tree.
Amen.
Scan that right there and
Good
donate
job.
whatever you'd like to the Two Live Stews experience. Amen.
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 Glory to
Everybody, we got a few messages saying that wasn't the safest way to do it. So we'll have a QR code that goes straight to Cash App next week. We'll figure that out.
Amen.
Amen.
Woo. All right.
Ooh, come on. And Naughty got a fan and everything.
Look here. Look here. I see you over there, Sister Michelle. I see you over there.
Not
The
Michelle.
Holy Spirit is nittering near you. I see it.
Not Michelle. Not Michelle. Arlie. I got to be the Arlie in front. Oh my God. For Jesus. Oh.
Miss Michelle. All right, put the QR code up there one more time. If you feel it in your heart to donate to the Two Live Stews show, the Two Live Stews experience, click on this QR code. Thank you to everybody that put some money in the plate last week. It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to do this once a week, every Thursday. And once again, we appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
We got to keep the lights of the church on.
The doors of the church need
Yes.
to stay open.
Yes.
I'm going to read a few more chat, guys. Rel Scott at Sydney, that's the problem. They started and then get scared. They're not there to fix it. They're cowards. Rel Scott referring to the police. Eddie Jewell. Crazy how Drew Rosenhaus called the team and the team came and walked Tyree right out of there. That's crazy. But each team has team security, and most of the security that's run by most of the security that the team has is ran by a former DEA agent, FBI agent, former sheriff, former sergeant. So there's connections to the city for said player if he gets in situations.
Do you think that if anybody thought Tyreek Hill wasn't going to play in that game, there were probably half the police force had bets on that game. They probably had bets on the Dolphins winning.
There's no way he was going to miss that game.
Officer Torres lost a lot of friends this past weekend. I don't believe you did Tyreek like that. John Lewis, there needs to be a database of police officers who've had to be disciplined, investigated, and fired. This would prevent those bad cops from moving from police department to police department. John Lewis, I agree. Rest in peace, John Lewis. Courtney Williams, it's a speeding ticket, Tyreek. It's not like you had a damn hooker in the car. Be discreet. I agree. And he told that guy 8 times, don't knock on my window.
He beat on the window, wasn't knocking. He didn't do like this. He had his flashlight. Bam, bam, bam.
But we saw the video. I saw the video. I saw the video, man. It wasn't that egregious. And again, I'm on Tyreek's side. Torres got to go. But Tyreek, I want you to get home to your family. He talked about how if it was years ago when he was still in them streets, how it could have been really ugly. But now that he's a loving husband and a father to his kids, and that's his focus, how he was able to maintain his cool throughout that situation. And I agree. Man, just be that dad that wants to get home to them kids. Julius 35C. Michelle was quick with that throat game. Oh, okay. Talking about Shannon Sharpe again.
His friend.
FM. Did he say Arlie Michelle? No, he didn't say Arlie Michelle FM. Full Point in the Morning. That's from Travis Williams. Timed Rabbit Dance. That's from Adrian Williams. Boy, rabbit dancing sure sounds fun. James Cooper said, Dougie grunting with Sexy Red. Hey, man, if you get Sexy Red on video grunting from the SmackDown, that would do so much for the show.
Yeah, no, it's not going to happen.
Microwave. Damn, Arlie be acting in bed. Damn. FM.
Some ninjas' feelings got hurt this morning. I'm gonna tell you
a
that.
lot of people are just up in arms about. Now they're wondering, man, was she performing with me or what?
Yeah.
FM. White coaches can F up and just get the severance. Black coaches' investigations have to be launched. Okay. Talking about Sherrone and his deal in Michigan. If that was a white coach, they would not have coached without having a deal. But Sherrone did. And he got the bag, he's going to end up getting $30 million from it. So his patience was appreciated. But yes, other coaches don't have to do that. They don't have to coach a team not having a deal. Craig Pryor from Uncle Mike out in Texas. And somebody in Sugarland won that $800 million. Was it you, Uncle Mike? If it was, break your boy off.
Let me hold something.
Let me hold something, man. Craig Pryor's message in the chat room said, all I think of is Barry Bonds rolling that ball from the left field and Sid Bream with his broke legs scoring to win that playoff game. Nobody will ever forget that. Trust me. Sidney Action Jackson. I remember when the Stews were interviewing Al Michaels and he got stopped by the cops. It wasn't Al Michaels. It was the former quarterback of the Washington Redskins.
Who? Joe Theismann?
It was Joe Theismann. We were talking to Joe Theismann, not Al Michaels. We were talking to Joe Theismann when he got pulled over. And he was like, hey guys, what?
Yeah, I don't remember.
He was literally on the phone with us like, guys, I'm getting pulled over, guys, real quick. And me and you were like, oh, no, this ain't good. Put your seatbelt on. Take your ID out. He's like, no, guys, don't worry about it, guys. Guys, it's okay. Guys, it's okay. Yeah. The officer's coming to the window, guys. Guys, hold on 1 second, please. You heard the window go down. Dude. Hello, Mr. Officer. How you doing today? Oh, hey, Joe. I didn't know it was you. Yeah, I'm in a little rush and doing the interview at the time. I didn't realize I was even speeding. Was I speeding? Yeah, Joe. Had you going about 20 miles over the speed limit. But don't worry about it, man. Slow that thing down. Keep your seatbelt on and go about your day.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
Nah, man. My head bad.
And when he got done with the cop walks off. He goes, hey, Mr. Officer, tell the Stews, hey. Cop walks off. And then when he gets back on the phone with us, we go, hey, Joe. If that was one of us, it would have been a whole different situation. He's like, yeah, that's sad, guys. Can we continue with the interview? You don't remember that, man?
Don't.
Wow. Okay.
I should somehow try to put into motion this CTE thing for Little League football players too, man.
They ain't got it, player. John Mickens, man, Deshaun a good-looking dude. No homo. He ain't got to do all that. And we don't know exactly what he's done or what he hadn't done. Okay? But I mean, if you're of the belief that where there's smoke, there's fire, man, it's a forest fire in this piece, man. It's a forest fire. Rel Scott, The lady went to the back and came out to Deshaun laying naked with a pair of Jordans on, talking about gotcha.
And you're watching the 2 Hours Stews experience.
I'm not laughing at you, Real. I'm laughing with you. Eating cat so Alf was a brother, or not a brother, a minority is what President Trump thinks. Loose neck.
No, a Haitian. He's talking about the immigrants, the Haitian immigrants.
Right.
No, this man that was he said Alf's eating cat. He must be a brother. He is not talking about pussycats.
Oh.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Loose neck side said, I think we heard Shay eating the cat yesterday. Back to Trump and all those other things.
Right.
Like Michael Jackson said, you can't win, you can't get out of the game. FM 2 Live Stews, this from Hollywood. Is this the person, meet Sean Harris, the Democrat who seeks to oust majority Miss Taylor Greene? I can't say the lady's first name. Jesus Christ.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Marjorie. So is it Sean Harris that the listener was talking about, Doug? His boy that was running against Margie Harris?
I'm not sure. I can't remember now.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me just move on from this one. Let's act like we didn't have that last few minutes. Rod Pinson. Doug said grab a pencil for in 2024. These new kids don't know what a pencil is. That's true too. Yeah, my daughter did her homework yesterday.
I never even thought about that. They don't use pencils?
My daughter did her homework yesterday, and I watched her for about 30 to 45 minutes. I'm in the kitchen. She's at the table doing her homework, and she's on her Chromebook. She didn't touch a pencil and or a pen. Didn't touch it.
Even the math?
Didn't touch it. Yeah, they do
so
this.
How they do their figuring?
It's some kind of imagination math that they're doing now, where they don't have to. They don't do any of that stuff no more. They have a different procedure to doing all of it.
Man,
it's wild.
One of the greatest, two of the most greatest joys of my life was learning how to proficiently write cursive, which kids don't write cursive anymore because they don't write.
No.
And the second one was learning my times tables.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I remember the day our mother basically had me sit to the table and memorize times tables till like midnight. And me getting them and memorizing them, man, was like the greatest feeling in the world. And you telling me kids don't even do any figuring anymore?
No, man.
Much less know their times tables. Ask Miles what 6 times 8 is and see what he tells you.
No. You can ask Miles what's 78 times 99, and he'll be whatever the number is. Dad, he'll say it. He's Rain Man. Real Scott said, "Y'all gonna let Ryan read chat this week?" Real.
Craig Pryor, we accept the kind that jingles, but we prefer the kind that folds. Tree, can you put that little QR code back up there one more time? This is the plate. This is the proverbial church plate. The 2 Live Stews Experience church plate.
So
$5, $50.
Loose Neck Sai has sent something saying $1.99. Real Scott sent something saying $1.99. Courtney Williams sent something saying $2. And Jeff King, 3-Pete. Thank you, 3-Pete. Sent something saying $2. So where's this $2? That's 2, 4, 6, $5.99 plus another 2. Where's that money going?
What do you mean? Where's it going? It's going to the show.
But it's in the chat room. It's in the chat room. I don't even have no idea what Tree is saying. I know she's waving her tumble.
The chat room ain't taking the money and eating it. We have an account set up through this feed.
Well, my question was, well, then just answer the damn question. My question was, where's the money going? That was the question. I see clearly people are giving money, and I was asking, where's it going? That's all.
It's going it's going to the next show. It's going to the show coming on after us.
Okay. Wow. You know what? If that's how you're going to treat me, I'm not reading no more chat. And y'all got one more time to piss me off, and I'm walking out. I'll be done. Shouts out to the good folks from Southern Edge. The show is fueled and powered by the good folks from Southern Edge. That's it. I think I'm leaving. I don't have to put up with this. I don't have to take this easy.
Tree, run the music and show that QR code one more time.
I don't have to take this.
Show the QR code one more time, Tree. We'll see y'all Monday morning, bright and early.
Wake up every morning to come here and do the best that I can. And I'm having a hard time seeing the chat sometime. It ain't that I can't read. It's just I have a hard time seeing it sometimes.
Questionable.
I didn't have my glasses on.
Pull out your phone. Pull up your camera app and just scan this QR code and throw your boys a couple of dollars, man. We would appreciate it. I mean, it helps a lot. Trust me, we got a lot of stuff going on that we need to fund some type of way.
Tree about to fire Ryan again from chat reading. Man, screw you, microwave.
And to quote my homeboy, my best friend in the world, Bubba Bryant, he ain't got it.
He ain't got it.
He ain't got it. So we need you to help us get it. You know, throw us a bone, knick-knack, paddywhack. Remember the sermon. So we would appreciate it.
Outstanding job today, Arlie. Thank you very much. You get an A+, Arlie. Thank you so very much. Outstanding
Thank you,
job,
Arlie World.
Dread. We appreciate you, Naughty Dread.
Thank you, Naughty.
And remember, Dread, if we hit a story that you have, you can always just bump up another story. Because originally the Funky Four was him doing the stories that we miss.
We'll talk about it in the show meeting. We don't need to
I'm
discuss
not sticking around for the meeting today.
Tree.
I'm not gonna be here for the meeting.
I'm saying in the next meeting. The next meeting we have.
The minute this thing signs off, I'm out of this bitch. I'm gone. Yeah, y'all have a meeting and send me the clip notes. Outstanding job, Tree.
You take things so personal.
Bay 11 Automotive, Financial Education and Guidance, Clear, Southern Edge, NPE. Thank y'all very much. Thank y'all very much. We really appreciate you guys.
Thank y'all.
Y'all support is it means a lot. For those that want to pass the plate, God bless you. Heaven smile upon you.
Thank you, Charles Edward 31, for that
and
$2.
Outstanding job today, sir. A+. Well done.
You get an A2, man. You get an A2.
I'm a little disappointed
even though you tried to discount the Marching 101 in favor of your blue.
No.
Go.
It's
blue. So intricate.
It's,
blue.
Real quick.
Go.
It's yellow.
Oh,
jackets.
My bad.
Yellow jackets. One side of the stadium says yellow. The other side of the stadium says jackets.
We got our whole brass section doing the Cabbage Patch. Another section doing the Running Man. And you talk about yellow jackets. Yellow.
Well, we graduated.
One thing I will say.
We graduated and come on making $135,000 a year. How about y'all?
One thing I will say, we played the Citadel week.
No comment.
In Charleston, and the fans from the Citadel were very, very nice to all of the South Carolina State fans. I'm not sure if they were just being hospitable or they were scared.
They were terrified. I can hit him before y'all came in the stadium. Oh, there's some real Bulldogs coming in here now. I can hear them.
We had a lot of talk in the chat rooms and whatnot about how hospitable all of the fans of the Citadel were last weekend in Chucktown, in the Chuck. Yeah, they didn't want to start nothing with us.
And real quick, Arlie, she's been a little messy here lately with me. I don't know why. I don't know who pissed Arlie off with me. In the chat room it says, "Oh mercy," with the low blow against our.
With the low blow against the HBCUs, I heard you. We come out making $135,000. How about y'all? Y'all are also evil people.
Yeah,
the Lord don't like it.
I'm not
even. The Lord don't like it.
Arlie, get used to it. Get used to it, Arlie. For years,
fight Ryan.
He just threw these arbitrary lies out there about our grass not being cut at South Carolina State and the upkeep of the campus and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Why he would do something like that, knowing that 98% of his family attended HBCUs. I don't know why he would
99.9% of my family graduated from HBCUs. All of y'all are HBCUs. All of y'all. I'm the only PWI in the family.
And you act like a PWI.
Especially undergrad. Why did you never answer the question? What do y'all come out making when y'all get a degree from South State?
Just as much as y'all.
No.
In the same capacity.
The book don't say that.
Yeah, it does say that. I don't know what book you're reading from.
No, it doesn't say that.
I don't know what book you're reading from.
You get an A+, man. You did an outstanding job.
Yeah, you did too. You stopped this propaganda against HBCUs.
No, I have no problem with HBCUs. My whole family graduated from HBCUs. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. If you don't know him and need to find him and show him love, that's all he's showing you. Nothing but love. Quick reminder about Game Changers Lounge next Thursday from 7 to 9. The Stews, Chubb Rock and some of his celebrity friends, and Southern Edge. Come and taste the edge. Y'all pull up. Y'all have a safe weekend, man. Be careful in them streets. No situations with the police. And if you do have situations with the police, govern yourselves accordingly and make sure you get home to your family. All right?
Hell with the pigs.
Peace.